Hey everyone, Vortex here, coming at you today to talk about Diablo II Reign of the Warlock. Blizzard released Diablo II originally in 2000, and then they remastered it in 2021. The reason I think Blizzard's making a statement here is because the game is over 25 years old, and they're releasing new content for it. Something that I don't know of any other game maker has done. And it sends a message saying, yes, why not do that? It is possible. I've thought this for a long time. Why can't we get good content for older games? Not every game is worthy of it, but there are a lot of good classics out there that there are a lot of people that would still love to go back and play again. This is a perfect example of that. Like many of you watching the Blizzard 30th anniversary panel they did a few weeks ago, watching the traitor show up for the Warlock was pretty cool. You know, we saw it coming for Diablo 4, and then surprisingly they announced it for Diablo 2. And I was blown away. And in my mind I was thinking, you know, maybe somebody working at Blizzard now, maybe they were a kid when Diablo 2 was out. Maybe they played a lot of Diablo 2 and they have fond memories of it. And so they're sitting there pitching ideas, and one of them says, hey, how about we make a new class or some new content of some sort for Diablo 2? That may not be how it really happened, but I like to think it did. Either way, I'm glad it did. I'm really enjoying it. And I think it goes to show that just because a game is old doesn't mean it has to be dead. It can be resurrected. The new Warlock class is a blast to play, and it feels great right from the start. Feels like it belongs. It feels classic, but it also feels new. I had no problem picking it up and learning the new skills. You can play the Warlock in a variety of ways. He has a magic tree. There's one that focuses more on melee abilities. And then there's the pet tree with demons. Or you can do a hybrid build. I've been focusing mainly on the fire tree, but I also do use some of the demon summons. My Warlock build mostly comprises of skills in the chaos tree, such as Flame Wave and Apocalypse. They're a lot of fun to use and extremely powerful. I also have a few points in the demon tree. I'm about halfway through Nightmare at this point, and there's still a lot to do and explore. I'm still working on my class. I'm still working on my build, working on getting equipment. And I have struggled a little bit with some of the bosses, especially Duriel. Nightmare was pretty hard for Duriel. I had to go back and grind a few more levels, rework my build a little bit, get some better equipment before I was able to get past him. There's new items, unique weapons and such. I haven't come across many of those yet, but I'm looking forward to finding more. One of the cool things about it is you can wield two-handed weapons in one hand, which leaves your offhand free for either a shield or a tome, which is the new Warlock item for the offhand. The game is still a lot of fun and highly addictive. It will always hold a special place in my heart. It's nice to see this come out. I would have loved to see some sort of additional story content or lore added to the world. I would also love to see a remaster of Diablo 1 with some new classes and some quality of life changes. How about you guys? What about Diablo 3? What would be cool that they could do for Diablo 3 to inject some new life into that game? Diablo 4 is great, and I love it, played the crap out of it, but it doesn't hit hard for me like the same way Diablo 2 does. Where's Diablo in Diablo 4? I know they're probably going to release him at some point for us to fight, but for me, part of the fun was going through all of the acts, killing the bosses, at the end of the game, fighting Diablo. Blizzard is one of the original great companies. They used to be known for only putting out the best of the best. I was there when it all started. I remember playing Diablo 1 in 1996, and I've been a huge fan of the series ever since. I put in so many hours across the Diablo games, I have no way of knowing what that number would actually be, but it's probably over 1,000. Things have changed for Blizzard. They're no longer known as the powerhouse that they once were. People changed, companies changed hands, talent has come and gone, but they do still put out pretty quality products. They don't put out buggy messes. For the most part, their games are still polished and fun to play. I do miss Diablo from the old days. And Diablo 1, Diablo 2, especially Diablo 2. I have such good memories of playing that game when it first came out. I even got to play a little bit in back then I think it was like a stress test where they sent out invites to people, and it was like part of Act 1. And I was so excited at the time to get access to that and play it. I must have played it, I don't know, 10 times just going through. And I think, if I remember correctly, you only had access in that little demo to the Barbarian and maybe the Amazon? I can't remember for sure. But anyway, I'm really enjoying this new Warlock class. It's a breath of fresh air for an older game, and I really hope that we get more content for Diablo 2. Diablo 2 is just classic, in my opinion. It will always be special to me. I've had so many memories made playing that game with friends over the years, and this just goes to show that it's not over. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments down below. Give me a subscribe and a like. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.
Se pudo regar la